Wonderful, gracious hearted listeners, audience, seekers of the truth. A hearty welcome to you. Salutations to the wonderful personality in you. Gratitudes that your presence motivates speaker to speak on this sacred, sublime subject. And congratulations that we are on the path, spiritual path of truth, path evolution, path emancipation. May we all be blessed by the Divine, the Lord, the Gurus, that we excel in our sadhanas and achievements day by day through these endeavors together of studying the Shastras. Remember all the 12 Vyaktitvas, rather 13, Loka Seva Vyaktitva, Dharma Sthapana Vyaktitva, Viragi Vyaktitva, Bhakta Vyaktitva, Shishya Vyaktitva, Mumukshu Vyakitva, Jignasu Vyakitva, Shrotru Vyakitva, Sadhakatva Vyakitva, Parishrami Prerita, Prashanta Vyakitva, Samskrita Bhasha Jnata, Jnatru Vyakitva. May we pray to the Lord to bless us. May we use the blessings given, opportunities given to put our efforts with all alertness in the development of these petals like personalities for our personality of the lotus. Yeah. The six beautiful blessings. Seek mother's blessing, seek Ishvara's blessings, seek the blessings of the Parabrahma Tattva, seek the blessings from all the Devata Gana unhesitatingly, and the loving kind Guru Gana who come to our level from theirs to lift us to their level. What way we can fulfill our gratitudes to them other than following the teachings and reaching to the spiritual heights as expected by them in our own interest. Then the Shruti Smriti Purana Itihasa Santa Vangmaya Rupa Shastra Gana. Let us always be in that sense of urgency, urge from within, to be in touch with any one of them all the time and get what we need for our pragati purobhivruddhi in adhyatmikata. Having done so, welcome you all for the next episode of continuation of studying this most beautiful Smruti Grantha Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayanam, the Samvada between Lord Rama, Sage Vasishtha ji, giving us all aspects to be known, to be inculcated for the moksha. All the Puranas, Itihasas like Mahabharata, Ramayana, all of them are nothing but jnana, which is required for Manusya, which he alone can gain, implement, and find its own ultimate reaching. The Puranas, the Smritis, the Upanishads, the purpose of all of them is to give us jnanam. Our vasanas, our habitual errors, our upadhi, identifications, our finding comforts in this changeful world with small little pleasures do not allow us to seek the spiritual sadhana. Knowing this, through sufficient viveka vairagya, keeping away the world, we have to pursue adhyatmikata. Keeping away the world, Lord Rama has done, and he taught to us in the entire first Vairagya Prakarana. Now, in the second Prakarana, Guru takes charge and then inculcates or instructs the lakshanas for a fit disciple. First thing is self effort. Nobody has bound us, we only got bound. Therefore, nobody can liberate us, we only have to work for it. So, the pradhanyata, pramukhyata, importance of self effort is the topic. First topic taught by the sage Vaashishtha before he takes up the teaching of the entire Tattva Jnana, Brahma Jnana in the further 30,000 slokas. If this is the first topic he touched, we should have that maturity to understand the importance of that topic in all our lives throughout. That it is, I have to do Purushartha for my outer successes and achievements in the same way in the Adhyatmikata also. So we are into this fifth Sarga, Paurusha Samsthapanam. How valuable each shloka and content we are seeing from last couple of days. Let us continue tomorrow. Let us continue the continuation. After the text in Hindi we see Adya Shankara Bhagavan's Atma Bodha. Then we have Tripura Rahasya. Maybe today or tomorrow it will end. Then we do our Skanda Purana Parayanam. Let us start with our everyday Prarthana and Sankalpa. Let these 2 hours of ours be totally dedicated endeavors and sadhana. Concentration, full involvement, feeling the blessedness, using the intellect, grasping the knowledge given, committing for that, praying to the Lord to give the strength to practice. In this way, vigorously, let us involve in the study. Start. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhetamastu Ma Vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsarashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyata Sarva Satchastraha Tanityam Pranatosmyaham Om Avadamabahartaram Dataram Sarva Sampadam Lokabhiramam Shri Ramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanamavaranane Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam Valmikirmuni Simhasya Kavitavanachariणः शृण्वन् रामकथानादं को नयाति पराङ्गतिं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्रीगुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिधीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरभिकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि ॐ परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मभक्तियोगधर्मविद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः श्रीरामचन्द्रपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यासादि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्याचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराण इतिहास सन्तवाङ्मय उक्त साध्य साधनानुभूति तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनिगुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रह प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः साम्प्रदायानां मोक्षमार्गाणां भक्तिज्ञानयोगवेदान्तादि प्रक्रियाणां गुरुशिष्यभक्तभगवत् परम्परादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति विश्व एकता विश्व शांति विश्व पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां महानुभावानां गुरूणाम् आचार्याणां श्रेयोभिलाषिणां भक्त शिष्य साधक सेवक उपासक जिज्ञासूनां आश्रमाणां संस्थानां पूर्णायुरारोग्यैश्वर्यक्षेमस्थैर्यधैर्य वीर्यादि समस्त शक्ति संपदा सानुकूल्यता साधनानां प्राप्ति बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न निर्मूलन द्वारा धर्म संस्थापन कार्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन साधना सेवा उपासना यज्ञादि दिव्यकर्मणां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर समस्तशत्रूणां शाश्वतरूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं च विश्वे मोक्षधर्मपुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठाद्वारा विश्वसंरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थं च अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योगवासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणमध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्रीरामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभाति अवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम द्वितीय मुमुक्षु व्यवहार प्रकरणम पंचम सर्गः पौरुष संस्थापनं नाम। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच। Wonderful friends, what a beautiful shlokas, every one of them. Remember, whatever sankalpas we are doing before the class, they are not wasted. This is how the positive divine vibrations sending into the world, we feel it as our necessary duty. Coming to the text, see that 13th sloka, 14th one, how each one of them so inspiring, having told Bhagwan now, taking us to the spiritual discussion. Sri Vasishthaji. In the 13th, what was said? Just in one line. असद्दैवमदः कृत्वा नित्यमुद्रिक्तया धिया संसारोत्तरणं भूत्यै यतेताधातुमात्मनि. Wow, what a powerful, beautiful sloka. Asat daivam adah krutva. Just crush and press under your own feet. The asat daivam, the earlier prarabdha or past purushartha or whatever the negativities till this moment we done और इवन द वासनास सबको नीचे पाँव के नीचे असत दयम अधः कृत्वा just push it under your feet, send it to the अधः पाताल, that it is not even little is remembered nor its effect is on our present performance. असत दैवम अधः कृत्वा. Second, nityam all the time, 24 hours of the day, till last moment of life, udriktaya dhiya, with the intellect taking possession of the entire our life, and that intellect fully equipped with the knowledge and fully inspired to do the sadhana required in the present. That is the meaning of udriktaya diya nityam. क्या करना चाहिए? थ्री चीजें करना चाहिए. आत्मनि आधातुम, within ourselves, inculcate all the sadhanas, all the qualifications, all the knowledges, etc. For what? Samsara uttaranam and bhutya, for the crossing and transcendence of samsara, and to achieve the bhuti, the ultimate success. Yateta, one should try. So one should try in the present with udriktadi to inculcate within him all the qualifications and sadhanas to transcend samsara and to reach the ultimate goal. While doing this, asat daivam, whatever the past good riddance are of the bad rubbish, all that bad rubbish should be crushed down under feet without allowing it to influence us. Now, which is the text which has this dareness and audacity like this one? In all other shastras and all other talks, again and again we are told your prarabdha, your past, it has its influence in the present. करके ढीला डाला बात ही बोलते हैं. Not like Vasishtha. It's only Vasishtha ji who has the guts to say, just get out of that nonsense of the past. And in the next three shlokas, in two places, he abuses us. गाली देते हैं हमको. One is what? Let us do it. Nagantavyam anudyogaihi samyam purusha gardavaihi udyogastu yatha shastram lokadvitaya siddhaye. It is said in Sanskrit. And those are masters of Sanskrit. They know the lashing of the hunter by Vasishtha ji in this shloka. Maybe these are the things which were the basis for Sri Shankara Bhagavan also to write such strong shlokas in the texts like Bhaja Govindam, etc. Maybe this is a rare. To put it in our way of understanding English language, what he says is it is the donkeys in the form of the human beings who do not perform their purushartha in the present. Oh Rama, neither you become equal to them nor you become like them. Purusha gardavaihi samyam nagantavyam. Don't be a human donkey. Purusha gardava, gadha mat ban. And who are the donkeys of the human beings? Anudyogaihi. Naturally, those who don't perform. Why? Out of the influence of the past, even though in the present, all wonderful opportunities are there. Everything is open. But their past of whatever sort, that was a bad person, I'm a worldly person, I've never done it in the past, no, it is not my bite. Whatever the logics, whatever the quotes, whatever the examples outwardly said, and inside, whatever the weakening thoughts that fellow entertains, the result of all of that is not performing in the present. That person, whether it is in the worldly achievements, whether it is serving the world, whether it is serving the God, whether it is spiritual unfoldment, such people are called Purusha Gardaba, they don't perform. Those who don't perform. Those who don't perform, they are Purusha Gardava. Clear? Don't be so, a Rama. And no, it is a hint and hit to everyone, thousands who are assembled there. Vasishtha ji is taking that opportunity. He is a karmishta. He is regularly in the action. So, nagantavyam anudyogaihi samyam purushagardavaihi anudyogaihi samyam. Then what is to be done? Udyogaha tu. Tu means in compared with it, udyogaha. Always you have to work for achieving higher. Udyoga means, ut means higher and higher achievements. Yoga means to achieve that whatever is to be done. To be doing that is called udyoga. Udyogastu. And again reminding you how the udyoga has to be done, how the purushartha has to be done in the present. Should we follow our own instincts? Should we blindly do whatever we imagine like? Or should we follow the equal donkeys in the world outside? No. Yatha Shastram. Yatha Shastram. As per Shastra only, our Udyoga. Tasmat Shastram Pramanam Te Karya Karya Vyavasthit. That's why we have to study thoroughly Shastra by spending time from the Shastra in our own language and write down what is being told to us to be performing. वर्णाश्रम धर्म व्यवहार सो टू फॉर स्पिरिचुअल अचीवमेंट्स क्या कहने करने को कहा शास्त्र ने लिख लो देन अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट परफॉर्म व्हाट इज द रिजल्ट लोकद्वितय सिद्धये फॉर द अचीवमेंट्स इन the materialistic world of here or hereafter for the achievements and evolution of the spiritual spiritual truth or the reality for both of them yatha shastram we have to follow. Therefore all our shastras have these four purusharthas to achieve of dharma artha kama moksha. Upanishads are only the moksha purusharthas. Then the Smriti Granthas talk about moksha and dharma. Then Puranas talk about moksha, dharma and artha also. And the Itihasas teach us moksha, artha, dharma and enjoy your kingdom, etc. by righteous way of achieving. Those who are matured, they slowly transcend artha kama, go even beyond dharma, pursue only moksha. For them, the Shastras are Upanishads. So, according to Upanishadic Shastra, one has to do the Purusha Prayatnam. Okay? Then the next shloka. Remember, I am telling you from last 4 days, for whatever the reasons, as vehemently and as strongly, this topic has to be spoken or presented in all the extravagant languages and tones, tunes. The speaker here may not be able to present. Don't look at the speaker. Look at the subject that is taught. Subject is to be given importance. There may be great, grand, glorious speakers, great in their language, all types of oratory skills. Good, listen to them. If the subject in that is the tattwa itself, nothing like that. But here in this case, don't go by face, don't go by language. It is Sage Vaashishtha ji teaching us. And we here are the true presenters of what is said by our saints to you in that language. Now, this speaker cannot struggle now to gather all the oratory skills in this life to impress you. We will talk truthfully what is given there. It is your job now to focus on the subject and its importance in our life's evolution. Done. Now the next one. Samsara koradasmad nirgantavyam swayam balad paurusham yatnamashritya harinevari panjarad. What a powerful way of saying. Samsara korat asmat. From this deep cave of samsara into which we have entered. What is samsara? Through the jada temporary upadhis, trying to seek permanent, continuous, infinite happiness in the jada temporary mithya outer jagata shabda sparshadi. This is called samsara. Mean. Now you interpret it in 1,000 ways. In whatever the way you want to understand. Searching for the thing in there where it is not there, and not searching the thing where it is available, called samsara. In that, anything, example of going for water in the mirage, going for the silver in the shell, and afraid of the snake on the rope, all of that is samsara. So too, running for the rupa namatmaka jagat. And we saw yesterday, even in our morning Upanishad class also, undoubtedly when somebody asks a question, we have answered it, whether they caught it or not. Subha Upanishad class के बाद 10 minute के discussion. What is it? Any pursuit where the goal is not Paramatma, inner Paramatma, all those pursuits are samsara. Any pursuit where the goal is not Paramatma Tattva, that is called samsara. Put it in other language, living as jiva of prajna vishwa taijasa is samsara. Or as we said just now, only running for dharma artha kama is called samsara. अब किसी भी रूप में देखो, तीन देह में भटकना संसार, तीनों अवस्थाओं में भटकना संस्कार संसार, 5 कोश में फंसे रहना संसार. Anyone you understand? So samsara kuhara, kuhara means the deep valley. Asmad, from the samsara kuhara, listen carefully. Swayam, by ourselves. Balat, by putting all the efforts. Nirgantavyam, we ourselves, by putting our own efforts, we have to come out of that samsara kuhara. Same thing in Gita's language is Uddhared Atmana Atmana. You have to do the Swayam Uddhara. No, this is so important. What's happening in us? On the name of devotion, on the name of Kripa, we are trying to do all the outer things, but forgetting that there's a lot on our basis also, on in our hands also to do. Here, either the past or the other Kripa, दोनों को साइड पे लगाकर अपने स्वयं के पुरुषार्थ को our Vasishtha ji is giving predominant importance. तो स्वयं बलात् अस्मात् संसार कोहरात् निर्गंतव्यम. हाउ? पौरुषम यत्नमाश्रित्य, टेकिंग द सपोर्ट, आश्रय आश्रित्य, आश्रय लेकर पौरुषम यत्नम, पुटिंग योर ओन एफर्ट्स एज पर योर ओन एबिलिटीज, पुरुषार्थ. एग्जाम्पल, हरिणेव हरिपंजरात्. When a ferocious lion and tiger is caught in any of the cage, how it tries its best and finally breaks open that, comes out. Now, any number of examples you take, from the egg hatching it out, how the chicken comes out of it. From the womb, how the child comes out. Everything is there is saprayatna coming out. Another equivalent beautiful example is that of our sage Vamadeva, who is there now in the audience seated. How he said in our Aitareya Upanishad, कि hundreds and hundreds of janmas, I was bound in the cage of the Upadesha. And in this one, while I am in the womb of my mother itself, I just broke open those shackles, I came out now. Shatamma ayasi puraha. You know that mantra, if you remember. Then Shena iva jarasa. Like that vulture and eagle, with so much of power, I broke open the cage and it came out. The example of Shena is, before that I was like a parrot, etc. Put in that panjara of the Ubadi, only caught there, waiting for someone to give some amrud or some dana. And now I, like a vulture, broke open my cage, came out. I am in this infinite Akasha in my own freedom and bliss. Vamadeva, example. In this world, those who depend on others, they can never achieve anything sustainably. And those who are putting their own efforts consciously, intelligently, under guidance of Shastra, there is nothing which they cannot achieve. Everything can be. That's what he said. Upar loka dvitaya siddhaye. In the materialistic world, up to the level of becoming one with the Hiranyagarbha, one can achieve with one's Purushartha. That much possibility is there. In the other pure spiritual world, the Nirguna Nirakara Brahma Atma Ekata, which is the final stage, that also is achieved. Therefore, Paurusham Yatnamashritya Harina Iva Ari Panjarat. Okay? Now, for that, Vedanta, now spiritual things are starting. And two things are very powerfully said, which you might have heard everywhere. Again and again, we have to listen. The Vedantic spiritual teachings from here start off. Vaashishtha ji, before which so far he spoke about Paurusha. Paurusha importance will continue in the next 4 sargas. Along with that, he will tell what to do also with Purusha Prayatna according to Shastra. What is it? Pratyaham pratyaveksheta deham nashwaram atmanah santyajet pashubhistulyam shrayet satpurushochitam. Pratyaham, every day continuously, pratyaveksheta. Prati means attending to, aveksheta and visualize. Pratyavekshana means observe karna, dekhna, चिंतन करना, समझना. प्रत्यहम प्रत्यवेक्षेता. Pratyaya means every moment continuously we should visualize. What visualize? Not the untruth, truth only. Which truth? Deham. What is about the Deham? We have to continuously monitor Nashwaram. Atmana. Atman is one's own. Don't worry about others' bodies. Our own शरीर. ये नश्वर है करके हर क्षण उसका हमें स्मरण ध्यान करना है. For both the reasons. One reason is to get detached from it. कि ये नश्वर है. How can I identify with the नश्वर? Isn't it? And because it is nashvara, how much we try to make it shashvata, it won't become. Those are all the vain efforts. Fun point. When we understand and accept that they have to be nashvara, first result is this one. Ki we don't attach with it. When we accept it, the pain of mrityu ityadi become less. But more important than that is because the deha is nashvara, manushya deha it is. Which dehas we get in our further lives, we don't know. They were here and now only. With this sharira, before the nasha happens, use it for the best of the purposes called moksha. है कि नहीं? नश्वर करके डिटैच भी करो, नश्वर है इसलिए नाश होने से पहले मैक्सिमम साधना करो. And that attitude should come in our life, which we have seen in the great saints like Puja Gurudev and all. कि anyway मरना है. Why not maro while doing sadhana or while doing seva? Sadhana ka parakashta they have reached. Now what is to be done is seva. No, as I told you at least 7 8 times in our last 7,500 classes. Gurudev's quotation. I will be happy to listen. This news that my brahmachari collapsed on the dais while giving lecture on Gita. अर्थ क्या हुआ इधर? नश्वर है तो should it die while having the bhoga or should it die while doing the yoga? अब ये चीज में हमको क्लैरिटी आ गया तो वी आर ब्लेस्ड. Such people then, the day or night, comfort or discomfort, health or not health, convenience or no convenience, they're always doing their paurusha prayatna for the spiritual unfoldment as long as they are alive. Can we be that? That's the purpose. So pratyaham pratyaveksheta deham nashwaram atmanah. So atmanah deham nashwaram iti pratyaham pratyaveksheta. And then therefore the attachment to this sharira you give up. Santajet pashubihi tulyam. It is fit only for the pashu, not the human beings, to attach to the sharira and live only for the comforts of the sharira. Then what is to be done? Shrayet, Shrayet or Ashrayet, take support of or do the pursuit of Sat Purusha Uchitam. What the Sat Purushas have done with their sharira, do that. That's what we said. Santejet Pashubhustulyam, then Shrayet Satpurusha Uchitam. So, like the Pashu type of people, they identify with the body and live only for the Sharira's sake. But what Satpurushas have done? Every moment of the human life, every ounce of the energy, every given opportunity, they have done only for all this. Viveka Vairagya is Sadguna Prapti. Once all of them are achieved the sadhana chatushtaya sampada, they reached the Guru, did the Shravana of the Tattva through the Shastra, did the Manana, having got the training for the Guru, and entered into the deep Nididhyasana in which they transcended Upadhi, discovered the Self. So Satpurusha Uchitam Shriyetu, Pashubhistulyam Samtyajetu. देह को लेकर जो लोग तादात्म्य करते हैं वो पशु है, जो उसको साधना के लिए यूज करते सत्पुरुष है. तो हो रामा, प्लीज डू दिस. See the clarity? Is there any ambiguity? How spashta it is. Now, these such slokas we have to pause. 100 times we have to do, not parayana of them, manana of them. So what is Vaashishtha ji's instruction here, guidance here, suggestion is here, upadesha is here. So he says, Deha Nashwara hai, nobody can stop it. Before that happens, let our life be not like Pashu, which is only indulgence through the Sharira, but let us be the Satpurusha. Satpurusha, Purusha who uses his Purushartha for the Sat Prapti while being in the human Sharira. Basing on that, all the shlokas. Durlabam Trayavaitat Devanugrahetukam Manushyatvam Mumukshutvam Mahapurusha Samsayaha. See, Labdva Katanchit Narajanma Durlabam Tatrapi Pumstvam. See, यहाँ से लिया भगवान शंकर ने श्रुति पार दर्शनम यह तो आत्म मुक्तो न यतेत मूढ़धीहि सही आत्मा स्वम विनिहंति असद्ग्रहात्. Is a मूढ़धी. He is killing himself by holding on to the untrue things. Again, Jantunam Narajanma Durlamata Pumstam Tato Viprata. Tasmat, all these things tell us the preciousness value of we being human. And use it only for sadhana. See, whichever possible maximum time, maximum time. One of the efforts we are trying is having our at least Shastra Adhyayam. We may not be doing highest sadhanas, but minimum Shastra Adhyayan correct. At this time, we are not doing something nonsense where we inculcate all the negative results. One of the good things during our classes we are doing is this. Beyond the classes, if you are able to use every moment for sadhana, even the class also, as we said today in the beginning, every thought, everything we accept it as sadhana and do it, we are on the right track. Now, while telling this by Vaashishtha ji, while we listen it, what is the only question doubt comes to us? All our weaknesses and everything. उसका ऑलरेडी पहले मुंह तोड़ जवाब दिया. All that is प्राक्तन पौरुषा डोंट केयर अबाउट इट. अद्यतन पौरुष करते जाओ ऐसा कि और प्राक्तन बिकम्स लाइक ए बिल्ली और भाग जाए. You be like a share in the adyatana purushartha. In the present purushartha, when you roar like a lion, your past purushartha called prarabdha or vasanas will be like a cat or any other small animal. Deer, it runs away only. देखो now that shloka वाल्मीकि जी का. वाल्मीकि है मुनि सिंहस्य. वाल्मीकि सिंह मुनि सिंह है ना. वाल्मीकि मुनि सिंहस्य. Then Ramayana Kathanadam ko nayati parangati. One who listens to the Garjana of the Muni, the Valmiki Simha, who is the one who will not give up the samsara and reach to the ultimate truth of the reality. Who is in the Raman Vanachari, कविता वनचारिण. तो राम कथा के कविता नामक वन में चरण करने वाला वाल्मीकि सिंह का गर्जना. व्हाट इज द गर्जना? राम कथा. शृण्वन् राम कथा नादम. राम कथा इज दिस वन हियर. द डिस्कशन बिटवीन राम एंड वशिष्ठ. को नयाति वरांगदिम. This is the typical example. When the lion roars, the weak animals die by listening to the sound only. In the same way, the samsara, everything dies in the heart of those who are listening to the roaring of lion of or Valmiki ji, which is Ramakatha. Ramakatha is Tattva Katha. So, what is said here? Pashubhi tulyam dehat adatmyam samtyajet, then Satpurusha uchitam samshrayet. Now, if these ultimate teachings, if we don't take them into the heart, after even listening from our gurus multiple times, mistake is at our level. The consequence of suffering the samsara we cannot avoid. But give value to these teachings, listen again and again, study again and again, do the manana, do the sankalpa, start doing it, do it more and more, do it in such a way that it becomes a habit and continue it till the goal is reached. This is how everybody achieved success who achieved. In whatever they failed, and more required in the spiritual field. In other fields, others can help us. In spiritual field, unfortunately, Guru and God, they give the facilities, they give guidance, then they just give aside, watch us. We have to do it. Next sloka. Kinchit kantannapanadi kalilam komalam gruhe vrane kita ivaswadya vayah karyam namasmasat. अभी तक दो गालियां हो गए. पुरुष कर्तव्य, सेकंड इज पशु भी. नाउ थर्ड गाली दे रहे इधर. Very important shlokas. These are the ones which are the only way the Guru can help us to come out of our own delusions and delusion led non-spiritual life. Here he says kinchit. Kinchit means meaningless, useless, fruitless, ephemeral. What are they? Kanta, Anna, Pana, Adi, Kalilam. Kalila means all the keyched like enjoyments of the Kanta and Anna and Pana, which is very kinchit. All of that one involves in that gruha. Komala means in a sentimental, emotional manner. And all of that is what? What a terrible example he gives. Ki vrane kita iva aswadya. It is like the kida makoda having the pus or the wound or the blood of the wound. So a human being's life of indulgence in a kanta, anna, panadi is like the what do you call the kide makode falling for the what do you call all the pus etc. oozing out of the wound or any of the dirty and dusty matter. Therefore, why to ashes means should not be wasted. Means it can be said in a simple language. Don't waste your time in the meaningless indulgences of the world. बट ऐसा कहने से उतना दम नहीं आता, उसमें वो पावर नहीं है. सो टू फील द पावर, टू थिंग्स वासिष्ठ जी सेज. वन इज censures that type of indulgences by comparing them with the insects on the wound, and that way wasting the time he talks as doing the what do you call burning into ashes our own lifespan. vayah bhasmasat na karyam. अपने जीवन को जला के भस्म मत करना. ह्यूमन लाइफ को भस्म नहीं करना, वेस्ट नहीं करना. तो वेस्ट नहीं करना, भस्म नहीं करना में इतना फर्क है कि नहीं? वी आर जस्ट बर्निंग अलाइव, बर्निंग अवर ओन टाइम, ह्यूमन लाइफ, by involving in the bhogas like the insects. So the insect example is given, Pashu is given, Gardaba also we are called. And then what is the topic conveyed? Let us not miss it. Now, in the next two powerful shlokas, very, very interesting, very, very important. First, he says in the 18th mantra, Shubhena Paurushena Shubhamasadhyate Phalam Ashubhena Shubham Nityam Daivam Namana Kinchana. Wah, wah, wah. Excellent shlokas. So, Shubhena Paurushena, by the Purushartha done toward the Shubha, with all the Shubha Padhati as guided by the Guru and Shastra, Shubham Phalam Asadhyate Ashu. Very soon the Shubha Phala comes to us. If our Purushartha is Shubha, Phala will be Shubha. Equally true, Ashubhena Ashubham. By doing the Ashubha Purushartha, Ashubha Phala will come. In these two rules, there is no alteration, there is no exchange, there is no any other excuse. Nityam ka artha hai wo. This is how the whole world works. Ashubhe Ashubham Nityam. Then other than these two, what about our prarabdha, what about the past? Daivam Naman na kinchana. Never ever talk about anything happens by itself, anything happens accidentally, anything happens by somebody is doing in our life. Daivam Naman na kinchana. There's nothing called as Daiva. There's nothing called of any of the influences of outer world or the past. You think, decide, do the Shubha, Shubha Phala you get, Ashubha, Ashubha Phala you get. Shubha karma is dharma and moksha ke liye karna, Ashubha artha kaam ke liye. Or Shubha is dharma, Ashubha dharma, Shubha is punya, Ashubha is papa, Shubha is sadhana, Ashubha is samsara. जो तुम करोगे तुमको मिलेगा, यह दैवम ना कुछ बात नहीं है. No, in this way, the human beings have to be put in Sapurushartha positive, according to Shastra. Now, the importance of all this is why there? Because Bhagavan Vaashishtha ji teaching these things to a young lad of Sri Rama who is hardly 15 to 16 years. From that age, if one is inspired to do Purushartha, and as long as he lives, 100 to whatever the years, how many great goals he will conceive, achieve for himself and the world with his own Purushartha. So, putting the strength in the youngsters, in this all the three, Yakto telling them not to worry about the past. Equally important is stressing the need, importance, possibility of Purushartha. But third is important, that it is for the Shubha, and fourth one is it should be according to Shastra. शास्त्र के अनुसार शुभ कर्म को शुभ फल पाने के लिए हमें शुभ पुरुषार्थ में लोगों को अपने आप को इंस्पायर करना है. Anywhere you should not miss. Putting the youngster in the Purushartha, but not according to Shastra, then he will do as he wants, that also destroys. Putting the youngster in Purushartha, but not for the Shubha Karma, then he takes up the Ashubha Karma. Then he gets destroyed himself. Therefore, as much important it is to put the effort is, so much important it is to do the put the efforts in the good and correct and noble activities. And what is noble? What's liberating? Nobody can tell us better than the Shastras. स्वयं पढ़ो नहीं तो गुरु से सुनो. Now understand our Yoga Vasishta's initial teachings now before we enter into Tattva Chintana, Sadhana, Adhyatmikata. Just like Mahabharata contains, along with stories, all sadhanas, purusharthas, be in the form of the dialogues or teachings between Guru Shishya, or in the form of the characters and their doings themselves. कैरेक्टर्स के द्वारा भी और गुरु शिष्य संवाद के द्वारा भी मनुष्य को क्या क्या जानना, क्या क्या करना, क्या क्या नहीं करना, एवरीथिंग इज टॉट इन द महाभारत. Same in many all Purusharth, all Puranas, Yoga Vasishtha also is going to teach all of that. And the beginning is Purushartha for the Shubha Phala through the Shastra Upadesha. Done. Now next one. Pratyakshamanam utsrujya yonumanam upaityasau sabujabhyamimau sarpau iti preksha palayate. So Pratyaksha Manam Utsrujya. Pratyaksha Manam means that which is there in his own hands in front of him. All the time, all the facilities, all the abilities. That's called Pratyaksha Manam. उसको छोड़कर यह अनुमानम उपैति. The one who Pratyaksha Mana छोड़कर अनुमान के पीछे जाता है. Anumana means past is so powerful I can't do anything in the present. Or others can help me, should help me. This is called as Anumana. जो प्रत्यक्ष मान मीन्स आई विल हैव टू डू इट फॉर माई ओन सेल्फ, आई विल डू इट. ऐसे प्रत्यक्ष मान को छोड़कर अनुमान को जो पकड़ता है, पीछे पड़ता है, ही इज लाइक सबुजाभ्याम इमौ सर्पविति प्रेक्ष्य पलायते. सी द subtlety of the example. His own two hands, he considers them as snakes and he just runs. What the snake does? Bites and kills. Now, are these hands given to us like a snakes that they bite and kill us, or are these hands are given to us for doing the पुरुषार्थ? हाथ में पुरुषार्थ होता है कि नहीं? तो अपने हाथ पॉइजनस स्नेक्स नहीं है. अपने हाथ तो सब पुरुषार्थ करके विजय पाने के लिए भगवान ने दिया. तो what are we doing? Is relying on our own bhuja. We consider them as poisonous snakes. We leave it and run. Means what? Instead of doing our own effort, we are depending on somebody else. See, interesting. Sabhujabhyam imau sarpau iti preksha palayate. Every of the thing. I am my laziness, I only have to come out. My rajo tama guna, I have to come out. My shuddha sattva guna, I have to enter into. My Guru Bhakti, who will help me to improve my Guru Bhakti? मुझे करना है ना. दैव भक्ति कौन करेगा? मुझे. विवेक वैराग्य आदि सद्गुणा, who will do? Me only. Who will be the one who can help me in controlling my upadhis, managing my upadhis, even detaching from them? Nobody else can do. I have to do it. This is called Pratyaksha Mana. And what is Anumana? All the reasons of the past taken, which weaken us not to do our Pratyaksha Purushartha. One of the most important, the most careful thing we have to be that, as said in Gita, Mam Anusmaran Yuddhacha. What we do? We do the Smarana of the God and we don't do Yuddha. Bhagavan Yuddhacha, cha means and also. The two mistakes we do is what? First we do Yuddha and either we don't remember the God or we remember the God. Doing yuddha and remember the God means what? Doing all nonsense already. Now you remember the God. भगवान मैंने पाप कर दिया, अब बचाओ. कोई लोग वो भी नहीं करते. But what is the instruction? Mamanusmara means study the Shastra. From the Shastra, know what to achieve, what to do. Then Yudhyaja, do it also by yourself. Here is that same thing. Pratyakshamanam ko pakadna hai, not the Anumanam. If we want to do and achieve and really do, nobody can stop us. All abilities, all capacities are in as a hidden. We have to bring them out. We have to tap all those abilities, energies. Whoever have done, they have reached. And nowhere in the Shastras we see suddenly things have happened accidentally. No. Even it looks sometimes behind that lot of Purushartha was done by the people. Or in devotion also, as we were talking in the afternoon Gita class, कि मैंने भगवान को शरणागत दी, उनकी कृपा से मुझे अर्थ काम धर्म मोक्ष मिले. Oh, yes, true. Bhagavan said Yogakshem Vahamyam, but not a Buddhu was seated. For the one who is doing Ananyas Chintayantaha, Mam Paripasate Nityaviktana. ये तो करना पड़ेगा ना, ये पुरुषार्थ है. Because this fellow is busy in all remembrance of me, I am providing him the Annapana called as this Yogakshema. Bhagavan never said, you just relax and do nothing and I will provide you everything. See, Paripasate ka artha hua, you doing my upasana as upasana in the puja room and taking the world also me and doing upasana. Unke liye I will bring the Yogakshema. Not for the lazy fellow. If our devotion, so-called pseudo surrender to God, makes us lazy, non-performer, then we are cheating ourselves. On the other hand, the highest, subtlest understanding is the more I am devotee of Guru or God or Shastra, the more hard work I have to do, more tough work I have to do, more पुरुषार्थ I have to do. थोड़ा इन चीजों में हमको ध्यान देना. Without our purushartha, nothing will happen. I can feel a percent of it every day when I struggle to talk 10 textbooks. कितना उसमें पुरुषार्थ. Even you also, those are maintaining to come regularly. I understand. You can't listen from one speaker continuously, same subject, of the tattva and all. It will be boring, it will be heavy. And it is a surprise if somebody is continuing. Because everybody has their own mind, there are so many things. But in spite of that, pulling maximum, trying maximum is our purushartha. And that gives us the conviction in ourselves that यार कोशिश करे तो होता है, करने का कोशिश करो कर सकते हैं. These are the blessings, these are the revelations come to ourselves, come to us when we do purushartha. In life, one of the great achievements is मैं कर सकता हूँ, that I can do it. Nothing greater than that. When I can do comes to us, then do it, then you will achieve it. Vaashishtha ji is, Rama was in that mood of, after the Vairagya also, mood of losing everything and in a helpless, hapless, hopeless sthiti, he is putting the hope first, giving all inspiration. In these two things are there. Thing is achievable and to achieve it, whatever is to be done, it is doable by you. तुम कर सकते हो, तुम पा सकते हो. ये दोनों चीज मनुष्य के अंदर हमें घुसाना है, भरना है. He is trying his best in all this. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 5 sargas. We are in the 5th one. After this, 3 more hai. 3 or 3. Clear? Then, pratyakshamanam utsrujya yaha anumanam upaiti asau sabhujabhyam imau sarpaviti preksha palayate. See that example. Our own hands, with which we can do so many things and achieve, considering them as snakes. We are running means what? Our own ability of Purushartha, which is in front of us with all opportunities, instead of using them, we in groping in darkness, waiting for somebody, that somebody will do something and something will happen. Nothing will happen, we have to do, that's it. Power of this portion of this Shastra, we are tasting everything. Right from the Vairagya Prakarana, पहले सर्ग से लेकर भी, even the story, the Rama speaking in that 15, 16 sargas, every one of them was the substantial knowledge only. Now the one more, Daivam samparerayati mam iti dagdadhiyam mukham adrushta shrestha drushtinam društva lakshmir nivartate. One more slap is giving. See, mam daivam samprayarayati. See, it is only the Daiva which is forcing me not to perform, which is forcing me to go in this astray, in the wrong direction of samsara. In this way, the one who has burnt his own buddhi, not is using his buddhi to think and understand that he will have to perform the purushartha for such person. So, Daivam sampareyarati timam dagdadiyam. Then adrushta shrestha drushtina means those whose drushti is on the adrushta, that it is shrestha. It is shrestha, more powerful. The unseen past is more powerful, and that is forcing me, and because of which in the present not only I am not doing the positive, I am helplessly doing the negative. In this way, whoever have weakened their buddhi, who have weakened their convictions, who are weak in their own present purushartha, देखो next sentence, दृष्ट्वा, looking at such people, lakshmi hi nivartate. Mother Lakshmi, Lakshmi is the sampada, achievements, successes, whether it's material, whether it's spiritual, nivartate, she goes away only, she goes back only, she never comes. You know, like in the Indian tradition, early morning, we are supposed to, the women folk at home, clean the entire house and also outer portico place, everything. Then we'll do that cow dung water, everything, and then put the rangoli. Why is it? All the three. One is what? Lakshmi Devi. Second is Saraswati Devi. Third is all gurus and devatas. Seeing that they have cleaned everything, they find that house to be fit for them to enter. They enter into that house. And those houses which are not at all cleaned, ऐसे ही छोड़ दिया, उसमें ये मेरे को रहने के लिए अच्छा है करके, the दरिद्र देवी enters into that. Instead of the devatas, the rakshasas enter into that house. Dushta gunas enter. Understood? In the same way, the one who is giving more value to the adrushta past and burning his own buddhi, that's what dagdha diyam. Not using his buddhi, that in the present, as it was said in the earlier 10 shlokas, I can do my own best purushartha. इस बुद्धि को जो भस्म कर दिया और अदृष्ट को ही श्रेष्ठ मानकर कि that alone is doing the prarana to me. I am a helpless victim of that. In this way, the one becomes buzdil, weak, kamzor. To that person seeing the Vijay Lakshmi nivartate. All the Ashtalakshmi goes back, goes away. She will not come. Please remember one thing. Who is saying all that is none other than the greatest of the sages, saints, Vaashishtha ji himself. कभी कभी कौन बोल रहा है देखकर भी हमको उस बात पे जोर बल देना पड़ता है. Who is saying it? साक्षात वशिष्ठ मुनीस वचन it is. So here the Lakshmis, it may be Adhyatmika Lakshmi. In that, all the three Lakshmi of Jnana Lakshmi or Bhakti Lakshmi or Sadguna Lakshmi or your outer Lakshmi of Dhanakanaka Vastu Ahana Vijaya, Nama and all of that. नेम एंड फेम कुछ भी हो वो मेहनत करता है उसी के यहाँ लक्ष्मी जी आएगी. और जो कहता है कि दैवम प्रेरयति माम एंड अदृष्ट श्रेष्ठ दृष्टि, अदृष्ट ही श्रेष्ठ है मेरे पुरुषार्थ से, ऐसा जो है कहते हैं यूजलेस फेलो. She says, even if I go to him, bless him, he will misuse that power only. All what I give, because he's not a performer. He is not a doer. So non-doer should not be given anything. You understand? No, this has to enter. This at least one shloka should be taught to our state central governments, all of them. That without being Purushartha done on the name of SC, ST, BC or minority, don't give reservations and destroy the country and destroy the people also. You may have to suffer for 40, 50 years. Never mind. Let all be united in one aspect of doing Purushartha to bring our country to glory, irrespective what are they. Now, on the name of reservation, you don't give preference to really performing people, qualified people, and on the name of reservation, you give to the other nikammas. Then what are you doing for the future? The non-performer is given position. Anyway, position is given, he will not perform. The performer is not given, though he is not doing, because you are not given chance. How will the country grow? The concept itself is wrong, and it is never the mistake of the government or the politicians, because their only job is how to catch the nerve and weakness of people, get votes, and come into power. It is not their mistake. The mistake is in the praja. In the praja, also only one category, those who are taking the reservations. They have to change and they should reject the reservations. Other than that, country can never grow. Those who are not taking reservation don't deserve are not. What can they do? They can't do anything. Politicians, they are getting the votes, therefore they go on giving freebies. Now, who is left out now? Only these who are taking. वो खुद ही जब बाहर निकल के आते कि हमको नहीं चाहिए, हम कष्ट करेंगे, विल डू एफर्ट. Our generation may not. Next generation, they will become competitive. ऐसा अगर वो लोग सोचे तब जाकर this nonsense goes away, which is there only in our country. This is the meaning of this. पौरुष में ही हमको बिलीव करना है. God and Guru, what they have to do, they have already done. God gave us human life, Guru is giving us knowledge. अब हो गया, बाकी करो तुम. ये वाला पौरुष श्लोक 20वां. In the same way, तस्मात् पुरुष प्रयत्नेन विवेकं पूर्वम आश्रयेत आत्मज्ञान महार्थानि शास्त्राणि प्रविचारयेत. They were keeping your own purushartha in front with all difficulties and inconveniences. Keep them away. Every day do your shastra adhyayana, shastra shravana. जो हर दिन चिल्ला रहे, देखो वशिष्ठ जी ने हमारे द्वारा वशिष्ठ जी बोल रहे. No doubt about it. Not today, from last 5 years or 15 years. All the gurus only are telling us. So after stressing the importance of Narayana Purushartha, the first thing he is teaching us now is study the Shastra with Purushartha. Understand them with Purushartha. Now, are you not seeing in our everyday Upanishad class the 20-30 minutes of introduction? We are talking on 1 hour such topics only. 1 hour the other. So therefore, let the God Guru bless us. That continues. But more than that, from now on, let us see what best we can do and do it. Further, shlokas are beautiful. 10-12 more we'll study. इसी तरह अगले 3 चैप्टर भी होंगे. In the words of Prarthana and Sankalpa, ki let me myself recognize the human life and its preciousness as long as I am alive every moment. Let me do this sadhana. Isn't it? Like the today somebody was showing them a video of somebody, an old man, नीचे गिरे थे, थोड़ा सा कवर में चोट पोट लगी. Then he recouped, now he is walking with the walker in the hand. You know, when I looked at him, so many thoughts came to me. I need not share all of them with you. One thought I got for that person and me. That person I didn't talk. I can't, I should not, unless I am asked. I told myself, what should I do when I reach to that position? Or what should I do before I reach to that position? Then what that person is doing now in that position. तो मैं फिर मैंने लिखा एक एक दिन जो भगवान दे रहे, it is a gift from him. Let me use it for the best sadhana. We consult doctor, we get well, we live long. But for what? Doing what? Creating more vasanas for the next lives? Or doing sadhana for it to become easier in the next life? ये important. धन्यवाद. कल देखते हैं हम पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति. श्री गुरु बोल श्री रामचंद्र. Great text, friends. I am really happy that the dream of how many janams I don't know, but we are doing it. ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकं नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति उतोऽयमग्निः तमेव भान्तमनुभाति सर्वं तस्य भाषा सर्वमिदं ओम नारायणाय विद्यादासरतस्तु मंगलम गुरुराम ब्रह्मलोकात्। बोल श्री सियावर रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्र की जय। श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेद व्यास ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय। श्री रामायण महाभारत भागवत वर्ष गीता ब्रह्मसूत्र योग वासिष्ठ पातंजलि योग अध्यात्म रामायण संहिता शिवपुराण स्कंद पुराण त्रिपुरारस्यादि समस्त श्रुति पुराणिता शास्त्र की जय। समस्त ऋषि देवता गण की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। आज के आनंद की जय। हनुम पार्वती मदे हर हर महादेव हर। सर्वत्र गोविंद नाम संकीर्तन गोविंदा गोविंद। जानकी जीवन स्मरण जय जय राम राम। अम्बे अम्बे श्री आदि पराशक्ति माता की जय। समस्त श्रोता भक्त साधक सेवा उपासक जिज्ञासु धर्म संस्थापक मुमुक्षु मुक्तगण की जय। भारत माता की जय। सनातन धर्म की जय। वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृति की जय। अध्यात्म जीवन निधान की जय। Thank you, friends, that you come. So we are able to do some reflection on this very pious, beautiful Shastra. Come in 5 minutes to study Atma Moda. Wonderful slokas. Triparasya, it will be over by tomorrow or day after. Tulsi Ramayana, I think we may take up for Parayana. Skanda Purana test you are anyway seeing. Today we will see. Yesterday we saw the Bharat. शिव जी के शादी के लिए जो बारात निकली है, सब फिर हिमान के यहाँ जाएंगे. All that we will see. Then the Kumara Sambhavam होगा. Then the Tarakasura Vadha. So all of them. Katha, in that Katha, Smarana of the Devata Gana, along with that, the continuous message. Both to be a Bhakta and to be a Sadhaka, to be a Jignasu. There is no easier thing than Purana. That Purana also, when somebody speaks to us or talk chants for us, more easier. So I am shouting, chanting for you. No lecture is given there. कोई भी कुछ नहीं, सिर्फ पढ़ रहे हैं. एंड हिंदी ऑल्सो सरल भाषा में है. मैं भी खुश हूँ, क्योंकि नहीं किया है जिंदगी भर. मैं भी सोच रहा हूँ. बट नाउ वी हैव डिसाइडेड यस्टरडे कि एक के बाद एक पुराण लगाएगा. अब ये करेंगे, फिर विष्णु शिव पुराण पारायण, विष्णु पुराण पारायण. हमारा पूरा लाइफ इसी में रहेगा. सो द पुराणास आर गोइंग ऑन. Adi Shankara's Advaita Vedanta Prakarana are going on. Before that, the Yoga Vaashishtha, greatest of the Smriti, is going on. Morning, we are anyway doing Upanishad Parampara. After that, we will anyway do the Brahma Sutra, and then we do Gita also on this. And then Yoga Darshanam also we have done. Once that yoga is over, maybe Shandilya Bhakti Sutras or Narada Bhakti Sutras also we do. And during daytime, another gift to myself, Mandukya and other things I am doing in other language. तो इससे बढ़कर ब्लेसिंग्स और क्या हो सकते हैं. Really wonderful. So join in 5 minutes. That's what the thing. अच्छा जी, धन्यवाद.